day, Lotte was given a gift that would transform her from a reader and a viewer of stories into a teller of stories. Chinese puppets allowed Lotte to physically perform her beloved fairy tales. Like a fairy casting a spell with her wand, Lotte flicked her wrist and brought the sleeping puppets to life. Swooping down low, stretching up high, she led them in a dance around the room. At school, Lotte learned the traditional craft of paperschnitte, which means scissor cuts. She quickly learned that she could create her own magical papercut characters from a simple piece of paper. She snipped away for hours, turning the paper this way and that, until she was left with silhouettes and a tiny pile of paper snow. But Lotte soon became frustrated with her still paper cuts. She wanted them to move and come alive. Inspired by her Chinese puppets, she turned the paper cuts into puppets. Using heavier paper, she connected body parts with wire hinges, mimicking real, fluid movements. At the age of 12, she made her own theater from old cardboard boxes. She started to stage plays in her living room, like Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. But Lotte wanted a bigger audience. Everyone. As Lotte grew, so did her fascination with cinema. Already bowled over by Méliès's work, she started to enjoy German movies, especially those starring the actor Paul Wegener. Wegener was very famous, but he wasn't exactly your typical handsome film star. A giant of a man at 6.5 feet tall, he loved to play the roles of monsters and mad scientists. He also directed his own movies and led a troupe of actors. Lotte was his greatest fan. One day in April 1916, at the age of 17, Lotte set off to attend his lecture, New Goals of Cinema. She entered the theater and sat down. Wegener started to speak. "We are entering a new pictorial fantasy world, as we would enter a magic forest." Wegener spoke with passion, especially about animation. He believed that animation could be used to see before our very eyes a world of pure fantasy come to life. Lotte was in awe. She didn't want to just watch movies. She wanted to make them. She raced home and pleaded with her parents to let her study acting at the nearby school where Wegener's troupe was based. She dreamed she might become part of that exciting circle of artists. These were her people. Lotte bloomed at the school. Acting helped build her confidence. When out of class, she sat and observed Wegener's troupe. Sometimes she was given small roles in his plays and movies, but more often, she would take paper and scissors and create silhouettes of the actors. In return, the troupe would observe her, spellbound by her talent, and they bought the paper cuts. That money helped her pay for her tuition and rent. Her tiny, clever snips of paper magically made cash appear. She had the smart idea of creating many, many paper cuts of Wegener. She knew this would both flatter him and reveal her talent. And sure enough, Wegener noticed her. Excited to discover Lotte's remarkable gift, Wegener asked her to join his film crew. He took Lotte under his mighty wings as her mentor. One of her first jobs was to make intertitles for his latest movie.